Namaste, Angel. This is going to be our Sagittarius new moon reading. I'm jumping right in with and beginning with an energy that represents the sign of Sagittarius for me, very much so. So, traditionally in the tarot, it's the King of Wands who's a Sagittarius. This would be the Page of Wands, but the pages have always sort of represented the mutable signs for me, and therefore the Page of Wands very much screaming Sagittarius. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. The Page of Wands is energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. The next card is in reverse, so I'm just going to throw this one in here. Just happened to open to the Ace of Wands, which I think we're going to definitely experience. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. And the Chariot, so movement in some sort of area in your life, maybe moving for work or movement in your job, getting a new job or a promotion, starting your own business. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You earn the rewards and recognition that you're receiving. So in whatever area of your life that this Chariot shows up, it is because you are deserving of it. So this is your karma paying off. And speaking of karma, Sagittarius's ruler, Jupiter, is the king of that, the ruler of that, the god of that, the planet of that, and will be gifting us many things, I think, during this period. So Major Arcana card 7, I expect us to experience, but there may be some sort of competition for that position or business, clientele, new job, whatever the case is, that you'll have to, win out, succeed over, be victorious over. The Chariot is a major card of victory in order to get it. Occasionally, you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your own goals or beliefs. And we have that card showing up here atop Major Arcana card 21, the World, which is also representative of fire energy for me. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude in the path toward enlightenment. Something coming full circle to a complete end and us being eased out of that energy into one that is better suited for us. With the 21st, of course, being very important in the midst of this transit with the moon, the new moon. We also have several transits that occur on the 21st of the month. It's the winter solstice, for one thing. There will be a conjunction between Jupiter, Sagittarius's ruler, and Saturn. And what makes it extra special is it hasn't come this close. These two planets haven't come this close to one another in hundreds and hundreds of years. I believe it's something like 400 years. And since like the 1600s. And then since like the 1200s, they haven't come this close and in the same way, which is going to cause light to be bounced off, giving the appearance of a star like the Star of Bethlehem, and to sort of enact, so to speak, the biblical times. So for the first time in 800 years, we may have a Christmas with that star of that led the Magi in the sky too. So a lot of exciting things happening over the coming days. Also on the 14th, there's a few exciting things happening, especially if you live in the United States. That's the day that the early voting in Georgia begins, for one thing, in our Senate runoff. There are, in addition to the new moon, there was another transit that I had been talking about. It escapes me at the moment. If it comes to me during this, I'll talk about it. So anyway, this new moon is going to be expected to be super auspicious in our lives. And the fact that it's in Sagittarius, I think means a lot for them, Sagittarians, as well as for us, Geminis. Sagittarius rules my 7th house as a Gemini, so that's the house of the closest one-on-one relationships that we have. And then, as I mentioned, Juno, the asteroid, mine of which mine is located in Cancer, specifically my Juno, so that just gives it extra love and emotion stuff. It's the soulmate asteroid, or said to be. It moves into Sagittarius, and so does Venus, one of my rulers as a Gemini, moves into Sagittarius this week. So just plenty of wonderful things happening. Okay. Now our overall energy is the High Priestess, Major Arcana card 2. This is a time to pause and to reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. So the High Priestess is a Gemini. For me, in fact, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, Isis is pictured on the front of the card. And of course, it is Major Arcana card 2, normally written in Roman numerals, which is in fact the Gemini, the symbol of the Gemini zodiac. Followed by Major Arcana card 17, the Star, also upright, representing the age of Aquarius, where we're moving out of Earth energy and into a lot of largely air, but mostly specifically Aquarius in the coming week or so. You're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. This is about prayers being answered, wishes being granted, dreams coming true. It's also about communication, often involving technology, things like online dating, Zoom meetings, and WebEx, and FaceTime, and all that kind of stuff, Skype. And something is making us emotionally happy, whether it's our prayers having been answered, or it's the fact that we are communicating with somebody or something, or both. Maybe that's what we prayed. We are very happy with the 10 of Cups also showing up right here. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order in a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy and balanced children. Also upright is Major Arcana card 0, the Dreamer. So we're starting out on some sort of new adventure. I definitely feel that for many of us with this moon. I think that's the energy it brings. Not only do new moons in general bring fresh energy to give birth to brand new things and start new paths, but this one I think can potentially make way for a completely new path in your life, because again, we're making a major shift into a brand new energy, into the energy of air, into the energy of Aquarius. So, starting a brand new adventure, run free, take a leap of faith where you feel yourself being guided to. And the 8 of Pentacles showing up also upright. It's the perfect time to learn all you can or to return to school, take a seminar, or conduct research. Do your best work, and the law of attraction will bring you prosperity and career advancement. This is a card about reaping what you sow. Okay, so where you put your energy is from where you're going to get the outcome. This is a card of disappointment and pessimism and doubt, that would lead you potentially to not put your energy into something and to not do the work. And I promise you, if you don't do the work, then you won't get the outcome. Okay, focus on the fact that God loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties, so that you can move onward and upward. And this may be representative of those difficulties, the 10 of Wands. So maybe feeling overwhelmed, having so much to do on our plate, just so much work, everybody being dependent upon us. Maybe the only one working in your family or something like that. I'm getting something like that. And you're working far too hard, and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and to enjoy life. You still need time to nurture yourself, and you should be able to trust that you've already done much of the work that you need to do in order to be rewarded. Remember, Jupiter is going to be gifting you things. Venus is also going to be gifting us things. The planting, resources, and efforts that you've invested in your dream will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next steps. So you should be looking toward the future and as to what's to come. And lastly, I like this, okay? There's that Ace of Wands again. But I'm ending in terms of the upright cards on the Knight of Cups. He is romantic, flirtatious, introspective, and enchanting. A deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters. So stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. Knight of Cups is quite possibly a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And maybe somebody who was previously in your life that is returning, possibly an ex. I'm going to clarify these cards with my Ascendant Master cards. I was just moved to grab them right before I started the reading. So I'm decided to use both for this spread, beginning with Let It Go and Kuan Yin, and Follow Your Heart says Saint Francis. Also Apollo guiding us to focus upon our strengths. The next card is in reverse. It is Lakshmi and the flow of prosperity. So, again, something will be let go, so something or come to an end, so that something new can begin. And we should trust that we've been blessed with the strength to face and in everything that comes our way. And follow our heart and the decisions we're guided to make. Isis showing up, reminding us that there's a need for balance between career and home life. So like in regard to that 10 of Wands, you have to remember to have time for yourself and your relationships in order to remain healthy. If you feel like you need to take a break and walk away from folks, then you should do that. Even if it's just like minutes. I just wanted to cut them both so I don't have to try to move any cards out of the way once I get started here. New overall energy, work your magic, Saint Germain. So this too is very Gemini for me. In the tarot, of course, the magician. So like work your magic, the magician is the Gemini. And also with this Merkaba here, that's associated to Metatron, the archangel, the former man that ascended into heaven according to the Bible and turned into an archangel. So going from Enoch to Metatron, who I also believe to be connected to Mercury and Thought, is air energy for me, Gemini energy for me also. And that let it go with which we started is back. So not far behind. Let something go and manifest something new is the message that I just got. All right, so now I'm going to start with these. This first card will represent, you as an individual and or couple. And it's the Eight of Wands. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over and many things are happening at once. This is a card of communication. The universe working on our behalf behind the scenes. Also for me, the arrows always came off as like Cupid's arrows. So I see it connected to love and relationship too, like movement in your relationships. Speaking of the magician, here he is in the recent past. Major Arcana card 1. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them, and life is magical. And we do have in the recent past, in terms of these moon energies, the last moon was the Gemini full moon. That at least my reading went through today, through the 13th. So that's the day on which I'm doing this reading. This reading will go from the 14th through the 29th. With the full moon, or the 28th, with the full moon occurring on the 29th. Near future. Being at risk of missing an opportunity. It's the Four of Cups. Missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So if you're in that sort of Five of Cups, that pessimism, that doubt, and woe is me, nothing good ever happens to me, there's no reason for me to pay attention to see if an opportunity is coming my way, because I'm sure one isn't, then one won't. This is reminding you to think positively and reminding you that you're in this period of manifestation where things are manifesting very rapidly. That can be positive things or that can be negative things. It's up to you. Masculine's higher self. The Knight of Swords. He is intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options so you can come up with creative solutions. This Knight of Swords is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. It can be that the masculine has maybe specifically a Gemini on their mind. The masculine himself is a Gemini and he's very much in his own element right now. Or he has a decision to make or is awaiting one so that he can figure out what his next move is as well. Blocks to individual or shared progress. Ace of Cups. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship. Spiritual growth an enhanced intuition, maybe even a new home. So I think if anything, if the Ace of Cups is going to be a block, then it would be with regard to, again, the spiritual connection. And that's in terms of the manifestation here. And that can be, it can translate into tangible physical stuff too. Because if we're not open to this energy of manifestation and we're blocking it and we're thinking negative, then we're not going to get those tangible things either. The new home, or what else in our lives the Ace of Cups may represent. This is a card of just emotional fulfillment. So really it's saying that that's up to you too. You have the ability to manifest that. But if you're manifesting this, then this is a challenge. What can we do about it? What can the feminine do to help herself with regard to that? Well, I guess she gets two. And they are the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Seeds well planted. A temporary pause in action. Unnecessary worry. So worry is a negative emotion. That could be the negative thing that she's thinking about that's causing her to feel Four of Cups-ish. That's causing her to block her Ace of Cups from coming. Instead, there's an idea here of thinking positively, just confident in herself that she's already done what she needs to do, physically, maybe even spiritually and emotionally, in order to manifest these good things. And to just hold on to that energy and that focused intention of what it is she's trying to bring into her life, and she will. But if you slip into worry because it hasn't manifested quick enough in your mind, rather than like in divine time, then you're at risk of this and blocking this. And there's also this. Similarly, first of all, they're both sevens. And similarly, this one is about fear and a lack of confidence, maybe a lack of esteem in yourself, being afraid to take risks and take action, including maybe holding a focused intention on what it is you're trying to manifest. Plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. I say that this card for me represents the energy of joy stealing. And some cases, I believe in this one, there's a possibility, we have the potential to steal our own joy. Like you can rob yourself of opportunities by being afraid to take them, by being afraid to take the leap. And I think that's what's happening here. So what can the feminine do to help herself? Not that. Okay? Not that. It's about lifting up your confidence, and again, reminding yourself, hey, I've been a good person. I've already prayed on this. I had a focused intention. I'm going to hold on to it. No need to panic now. I've shared with you guys before, my mother always said to me, if you pray, don't worry. And if you worry, then don't pray. Because it's like you're sort of negating, one negates the other. What can the masculine do to help himself? And this is the Five of Wands, which we saw a Five of Wands not long ago. And I said you may have to compete for this new thing. There could be other energies that are out to get it, but there's an energy here. There's the definitely potential, especially with the Chariot showing up, of you being victorious and winning. Competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. Another meaning of this card for me, it's also very representative of like a Martian kind of energy, as in the planet Mars. And Mars is the planet and the god of action and aggression and just like pursuing something passionately. And this card can be about that for me too. Like you got to go out and get it, which can also be like tied to competition. So I guess it's kind of the same thing. What the universe would have each archetype or both archetypes to do to help themselves. And the universe wants to help us with this thing too, but we have to allow it to, because we have free will. It is making a decision. Procrastination and worrying about what others will think is blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. So the Two of Swords for me is always a card that we already know. Like our heart, our soul has already told us what our decision is. We just refuse to actually verbalize it and physically make it, because, then it becomes official, right? And then it becomes like an action that we have to take. And because we know that our desire conflicts maybe with what society would dictate, or what friends or family would have us do or say or have, then we don't want to, actually make that choice. And the outcome. The outcome is another card that says you got to make a decision. Isn't that hilarious? I hate when they do that to me. It's time to stop procrastinating and to make a decision so that you can move forward with a priority. If you need to do more research, then do so, but don't overthink the situation. Listen to your heart. I also think all the sevens that have come out in this spread are interesting too. We got the 2 7s, see the 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and we had the Chariot Major Arcana card 7. Only one we haven't seen is Wands, the 7 of Wands, which is also about making a decision. I will pull this last upright card because sometimes I get greedy when I see upright cards, clarifying what this decision may be about for the most part. And again, they don't want to tell us, but it's something positive. Your plans will work out well, okay? Bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success, and you'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments that you so richly deserve. This is if you have confidence in yourself, basically. So it's a repeat message of what we got over here and kind of what we got over here. Like if you're willing to compete and fight and pursue your passions, then you'll win. And also the masculine's higher self over here needing to make a decision. But this can have to do with something with having to do with our health for some people. And there's a positive outcome. Basically, any area of your life. This is saying clarity is going to come to you. This could be spiritual awakening and growth. Something having to do with a relationship, narrow down, just basically any aspect. I will pull the next one too. I'll get real greedy. And where this is a card of conflict. So this is still about being conflicted, about needing to make a decision. It does come with a warning, though. Your current path isn't leading you toward the happiest possible outcome, so why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to the hidden agendas of others. So some people could be feeding you information that's false that could get in the way of your potential decision. I'm being really greedy now, and they're just basically telling me to cut it out. By doing so, and this time by handing me the Magician is how they're doing so. The Magician, again, there's magic in there. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So they're like, don't ask us. You have the ability to, whatever it is, however it shows up in any given person's life, they have the ability to affect it. We're telling you now 3 times already in one spread that you have the energy of the Magician. So now I'm just going to start with that other Magician. And like I said, further clarify these. We'll just go around again. So clarifying the 8 of Wands, or to start with, representing singles, couples, however you want to look at it. Our card is health and healing and Hilarion. So that's the focus, the main focus. Recent past, purification and White Tara. I feel like this could be very literal for like a lot of us, not just like a handful of people, but like a lot of us, like some kind of cleanse or diet change. Maybe because you realize you gained weight with the quarantine. I know I did. So maybe there's some of those things happening, actual purifications. And I see something with like alcoholism, like maybe specifically working on alcoholism out of all the many potential addictions, clearing away from that. So that could be what you manifested for yourself, like some sort of fresh start in an area of your life. You manifested like a clean slate in the recent past. Near future, atop the 4 of Cups. Mother, wife, sister, daughter. So one of the things that we have coming in the near future that we have the potential to manifest in our life is healing, specifically in a relationship having to do with a feminine archetype in our life. Could be our own inner feminine, And maybe that's tied to the purification. Like I said, you went on some sort of diet or cleansing. And so that goes toward healing your own inner feminine. And or there could be a literal mother, wife, sister, daughter, female friend, something relative in our life with whom we have an opportunity to heal a relationship if we are so inclined as to take it. Masculine's higher self, to go with this Knight of Swords, it says yes. So if your decision was some sort of yes or no question in your mind, should I go for this? Should I not? Is Lord Ganesha going to help me to knock down the obstacles? Is he not? The answer is yes. Blocks the individual or share. So if this has to do with a relationship, before I move on, maybe there was blocks to getting together, blocks to this emotional fulfillment in a healthy relationship with a feminine energy in your life. And even that, where you thought maybe there was no opportunity for healing, Ganesha is going to help you. The blocks the individual or shared progress. And Horus comes in just to tell us that we're seeing this situation accurately this far. I love the moon here. What can we do to help ourselves as the feminine? We have right and more moon. Maybe write a note, a text, an email to this person. Write down what it is you eat every day. Keep some sort of record, even if it's not physically writing, of your like your blood pressure, of your goals, even this other things you're trying to manifest. Writing it down, holding on to the focused intention, maintaining your faith. If you are trying to get rid of some sort of addiction, I'm not sure what that has to do with writing, but I do see something being written out in terms of, like, physically being written out in terms of releasing an addiction that may, again, specifically be alcoholism. What the masculine can do to help himself atop his 5 of Wands. And it is Apollo. So this is more this sort of Martian energy. Focus upon your strengths. That's how you're going to win. And what the universe would have each or both archetypes to do, and even wants to help us with, but we have to first affirm because we have free will, is like new birth in some sort of area. And for some, it could literally be fertility. And fertility, maybe specifically, this is one or two people, for a same-sex couple that is literally trying to become pregnant. Might be a lesbian couple specifically, not just a same-sex couple. Some sort of fertility assistance for you now. And the outcome. Stay focused. So basically hold on to the intention. That is, again, how we are going to manifest. We are super powerful right now. That's our superpower, is manifestation. And it's all about holding on to a focused intention. I'm going to do a love spread now. I'll sort these out later. King of Cups just fell away. Speaking of, so that's a nice way to start off love. King of Cups is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Look at how full his cup is. But we're beginning with Romeo and Juliet, Major Arcana card 5, Tradition, or the Hierophant. So this is doing things in a traditional way. This came up in one of my other readings this weekend, maybe the love reading. So there's a desire to not break with tradition this week, and maybe that's why the 2 of Swords came up, because you're finding it hard, and maybe because of again, it's not gonna be for everybody, but for somebody, it's the same sex thing that's non-traditional, but you're trying to do something traditional, like become pregnant, and you don't want to ruffle any feathers. You're just trying to live a normal life that fits within the confines of like your belief systems and ideologies and things with which you were raised, but it's still different, and just having a difficulty with navigating the two, or combining the two. So that may require, again, some thinking, meditation, and decision as to how you're going to move forward. Judgment is one of my favorite cards. For me, it is super positive. It is about abundance that is earned. So the universe blessing you because you deserve it. It can be about second chances, second time around, a second opportunity to make, something happen, or to do something you always wanted to do. Have a relationship that maybe, or restart a relationship that didn't work the first time. All those sorts of things. Represents the planet Pluto and the sign of Scorpio most directly. And can also be about a crossroad in terms of relationships, like coming to a crossroad and needing to decide. Speaking of Scorpio, I just opened to, and speaking of Scorpio and babies and fertility, I just opened to the Knight of Cups. And in this card, he is holding a baby. And there's a new moon in it. There's a new moon in the card too. So for somebody, there's some sort of fertility thing. And again, it may be a same-sex couple. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, coming to some sort of crossroad and needing to decide, like, where do we go from here? If anywhere. Sometimes you decide that that's the end of the road, and then sometimes you'll figure out how to move forward. Even in the case of, somebody you haven't spoken to, possibly like that feminine energy in your life with whom you need to heal a relationship, you can come up with a way. Temptation is the devil. Come up with a way to heal that relationship. Five of Cups again is back. The Hermit. Temperance with Venus and Vulcan. That represents the sign of Sagittarius yet again. Nine of Coins. I think I'll stop there. Our new overall energy is the Queen of Arrows, the Queen of Swords. She is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. She is Venus herself, possibly. Behind her, also upright, is the Six of Swords. This is about moving into calmer, stiller waters, the worst being behind us. Again, this is in our love relationships. And here comes Venus's Sun. And for me, in this deck, this card is so Sagittarian / Gemini, because we have Cupid here, clad in all red. But it is the suit of arrows, and he is Venus's Sun. So the Knight of Swords also. So again, a decision that we're having to make, or that we're awaiting an answer from somebody else, or both. Sometimes we need somebody else's answer to know what our answer is or what our next move is. Temptation, or the devil, also upright, represents the sign of Capricorn most directly. The Ten of Swords, which can be about, again, addiction, as can the devil. So again, maybe somebody needed to cleanse themselves of an addiction in order to be able to move forward in their love life. They were drinking too much. They've been, maybe they've been on a break from you. That could be what the Four of Swords was meaning to tell us before. They were on a break from you, or separated from you, so that they could be in private, cleansing themselves of this, alcoholism or drug use or whatever it is, with some sort of codependency. And now that that's done, now they're ready, or when that's done, maybe it's not completely done yet, but soon we have this Ace of Wands immediately behind the Ten of Swords, which is a card of separation, loss, some sort of devastation, betrayal, infidelity, codependency. It can mean so many different things. We have the Two of Cups upright behind that. And I mean, I could go on like this forever. We have the World up right behind that. It's called Triumph here. It just keeps being positive. Right? The last one is the Seven of Coins. We put all this effort in, and now we're beginning to, there's nothing to worry about. We can just sort of keep the focus and allow this positive energy to unfold for us here. All right. So again, our overall energy is the Queen of Swords. When she shows up in the general sense, if you are not a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or even if you are, she shows up to tell us that our instincts are serving us super well. Continue to follow them. All right. They will not lead you astray in this period with the Queen of Swords appearing upright. Okay. Divine Feminine, Three of Cups in reverse. You are bound to have one positive reunion during this period with someone or something. Doesn't necessarily mean an ex or that you'll get, you know, you'll get with somebody that you love, but one positive reunion with someone or something will occur during this period for you, and it should aid you somehow in your love life. It's a puzzle piece, okay? The masculine as it relates to the feminine. Eight of Coins in reverse. So there's work and effort being put in, but we could stand to have a little bit more. If you're looking for an outcome with this feminine, the outcome out of this relationship, connection, even if just only energetic, there's going to need to be a little bit more effort here with this masculine. The masculine as it relates to himself, Four of Swords is back. Again, like I said, maybe there had been some sort of break between people. Four of Swords can be about a need for a break or having taken a break, and or about a decision that we're needing to make, or plans that we're making that require like meditation. We got to think about it. We're not sure yet. Four of Swords, of course, also comes after the Three of Swords, so it's a card of restoration and recovery after hurt. The masculine as relates to the union or connection as a whole, you know, so where at least his higher self is at in terms of the connection or union as a whole. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse is a card of delay a lot of the time. So it's like something's happening, but not quite yet. Not you won't necessarily wake up with it tomorrow. But he is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, like this moon, or someone like unto those traits or attributes. And it's a card of action, wands in general about action. And if we're hearing something right now, like if we're waiting to hear something and we get the news right now, it may not be exactly what we wanted to hear. It's not devastating, but we could have done without whatever this information is, you know, or situation is. It's like a bump along the way, an obstacle, or something like that. Where it doesn't mean that, then it tends to mean there's something that we're looking forward to, or a decision that we're needing to make or awaiting hearing about is delayed. Information is delayed. Overall, the King of Wands, upright. Super positive omen in every possible way and area of your life. Of course, in love, fabulous energy to end up with, the King of Wands. And he is the quintessential divine masculine of the tarot also. What the masculine would have the feminine, what kind of energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the union or connection if it were up to him. Woo, it is desire. And Major Arcana card 7, yet again, and the Chariot. So the Chariot can be about somebody. I mean, we have desire, right? So we can look at it and take a surface meaning and an intuitive meaning. I mean, you can look at this picture and think of, in terms of what I just said, what energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the connection. If this is it, I mean, we all want this, right? With somebody at some point. But traditionally, the Chariot, specific to love, can be about one person or the other in the relationship, maybe both, with the potential to go too hard and fast in the relationship and like try to rush the relationship. So I'd always caution against that when we see that. What energy the masculine himself willing to give to the union connection? It is the Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So he needs to put, again, more effort into it. This lines up very well with his Eight of Pentacles. It's like he might be kind of bored with the connection, over it, but it's like on him to rejuvenate it. What the universe would have, what energy the universe would have each archetype or both to give to the connection, even wants to help us with, but we have to first affirm because we have free will, is the Queen of Pentacles, also in reverse. So this too is about us needing to put into our own environments. Like we have to contribute. We have to work toward preparing a place for ourselves and one another, and maybe each other in one another's lives. We have to create a space for the partnership, for the connection, for the union. I think even again, if it's just energetic, you still have to create like a space and time to dedicate to it and nurture it, and and take care of it. And the outcome, the Seven of Swords in reverse. Again, this is about lacking confidence, trust issues in a relationship, maybe because of the pause, maybe because of taking too long, maybe because of not putting in the effort that we would hope would go in, maybe because of one is the feminine maybe is moving too hard, too fast, and that's what he's saying, like, oh, slow down, I'm not really feeling this right now. But it's up to him, again, to make the change in fixing what he's unhappy with. I'm going to pull one more for this Seven of Arrows. And it is the Queen of Cups upright. One of the most positive cards you can get in a love reading. And, again, another moon. They keep showing us the moon. And I think that this is showing us, again, we have to follow our own instincts. Continue to follow our instinct, listening to any inner voices, nudges, pay attention to any signs, synchronicities, dreams, all of these things. We're getting messages, we're getting guidance, and don't deviate from it during this period. Like, it's very important that you really, really pay attention. That's going to help you to keep your energy and your vibration up and not sink into a place of like where you don't trust yourself, you don't trust your mate or potential mate, you're just walking around paranoid and feeling, filled with negative emotions that will cause you to, miss this, again, very powerful period of manifestation. But if you don't do that, then we have this. Right, moving into, again, calmer, stiller waters, better times, being shot with Cupid's arrow. He was right there. And love and relationship flourishing and moving forward. So the last thing I wanted to do was to see from these two decks, or three decks, what Venus and Jupiter are wanting to gift us. With this one, beginning with strengthening bonds, it looks like fire, like maybe Sagittarius, but this is actually Earth. In this deck, this is like the Pentacles, so it'll be like the Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles. Career change, you're embarking upon a career that brings you joy and abundance that you deserve and desire. And all you need to do is to believe in yourself in terms of soulmate connections. So I just wanted to pull one from each of these, from each, what am I doing? Up in the bottom. For each archetype that are gifts from Venus and Jupiter for us over this period. And in the interest of time, I will not shuffle them again. So for the masculine from the soulmate deck, it is the more loving care that you give yourself, the more love you have to give others in terms of soulmate connections. For the feminine, the hottest love has the coldest end. Ouch. And this looks very Gemini and Sagittarius too, doesn't it? I wonder what's going on there. From our life purpose cards, masculine, you are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So again, like I think this is talking about is particularly that Queen of Swords energy. Keep listening to your instincts and information. Feminine, another let it go message. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. Like if you want it to get better, maybe walk away from it, perhaps come back to it after. And another 7 of Pentacles, awaiting results for the masculine. So again, thinking positively, not becoming paranoid because nothing's happened in your time. And wow, feminine for us too, another 7. And this is another 7 of swords, I believe. Seek the truth. It's about taking that leap of faith. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. I don't think I'll be back with anything else this week, but maybe, you never know. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment by hitting subscribe by hitting both the subscribe button and the bell button. And if you comment, I will try to answer you. I try to answer every single comment I receive. Namaste.